There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? The evil that men do lives after them, the good is oft interred with their bones. Ignorance is the curse of God, knowledge is the wing wherewith we fly to heaven. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they're maids, but the sky changes when they're wives. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Cowards die many times before the deaths, the valiant never taste of death but once. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Let me embrace thee, sour adversity, for wise men say it is the wisest course. This life, which had been the tomb of his virtue and of his honor, is but a walking shadow, a poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by anecdote, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Most dangerous is that temptation that doth goad us on to sin in loving virtue. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love known? Faith, there hath been many great men that have flattered the people who ne'er loved them. As soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. And oftentimes excusing of a fault doth make the fault the worse by the excuse. O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil. And this, our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. The man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for treasons, stratagems and spoils. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. Maids want nothing but husbands, and when they have them, they want everything. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then unto me. Life every man holds dear, but the dear man holds honor, far more precious dear than life. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for it was made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. O God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottage, princes' palaces. I had rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad and to travel for it too. What a piece of work is a man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving how express and admirable, in action how like an angel, in apprehension how like a god. A peace is of the nature of a conquest, for then both parties nobly are subdued, and neither party loser. Like as the waves make towards the pebbled shore, so do our minutes. I dote on his very absence.